Sir, the whole Espana, I mean, Spanish teams now, but Spanish country, go dey very excited. At least, no, they always dey very sweet. Say for tournament like this, teams they win their first match. How you take see the whole performance from the Croatian side, and experienced Croatian side in midfield, and the Spanish side we get mix between experience and young talents. How you take see am?
Well, I can say kind of like expected, but then I was kind of like surprised as well because for me, I didn't expect that it was going to be a blowout, despite the fact that Croatia, we know them for the quality of a team that they are, back-to-back semi-finalists in the World Cup. So it's not just mean fit. So they didn't just dabble into that kind of success. It's actually something that they've actually been doing for a very long time. So to be blown away, especially in the first half, by a very, very young Spanish side with a little bit of experience, I think it was kind of like shocking, but it was expected that Spain were the favourites for this game.
The missed chances, like, had it been they converted at least two, do you think it turned out to be like this?
Well, for me, football is all about taking your chances, and they were very, very shy in front of the goalpost. So if they couldn't take their chances, definitely the board is not going to read any score for them, and that is exactly what we saw today. So they were goal shy, and sometimes they managed to walk the ball into the third half, but then they couldn't convert their chances, and it was the great undoing for them. They even missed a penalty. So you can imagine how unfortunate they were. Were they really unfortunate? But I just think they couldn't take their chances. So that is their greatest undoing. So a very, very good win for Spain.
Perisic coming into the second half, would there have been a glitch of a change if Perisic have started, seeing that there were some transitional passes from Modric and the likes of Kovacic in the first half? If Perisic with the level of experience had started, would there have been any level or any change at all?
Well, a lot of people still feel that maybe Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Perisic as well that you just asked would be same like 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. But for me, for the coach who has seen it all, tried it in the World Cup, European Championship, and he has actually succeeded despite the fact that he has not won a cup. For him to start him on the bench, knows that he understands that perhaps maybe he wasn't good enough on the day to start. Not that he's not good enough, but then he wasn't good enough. And when he came, what was his contribution? A bit here, a bit there. So for me, I think the coach, knowing fully well that it was the first game of the championship for his team, he put up a very, very solid side in his own assessment that would deliver the win for him. But unfortunately, it didn't work out. So for me, it doesn't matter the personnel. It matters what actually happens on the field of play and on the game that is ongoing. So for me, I don't think Perisic would have, even if he started, because he still came on. Some players came on in the second half, like yesterday's game. The German defender came, scored 2 goals. One was cancelled. So it doesn't matter when you come on. You can actually come on 15 minutes to go and make a change. So for me, I think the coach made the best decision for himself.
Wow. There is this level of maintaining players that Croatian have for the past tournaments they've been going. They've been maintaining this particular set of players. Are there no players? We saw that, okay, their midfield maintained an average level of in age, but the attack, there was a problem. The attack, they bite. The attack, they bite. Do you think there's a level of political sentiment in Croatia? They have a local league, and I feel that they might have players that play very well in attack. But international level, Croatian are not. You can't find good attackers there. What can you talk about?
Well, for me, we like to talk about conspiracy that do not exist. That is for me. For me, it doesn't matter if 2 players played together for 15 years. I can tell you 2 players, maybe 3, but one has dropped. Talking about Di Maria and Messi, right from under 17. Yes. They've been playing till now, even till yesterday morning, they still played. So for me, and that cuts across almost getting to 20 years. So it doesn't matter if it's the same set of players. What matters is that have they found another player that is good enough to break in? The synergy, the understanding. Some people can be very, very good, but miles apart. Eric Cantona, I don't know if a lot of people know him, could not make the French national team. Why? Because there was a David Ginola as well. So both of them could not bring the same thing. But when you see them in their different clubs, perfect. So that is how it is. So it's not that maybe the Croatian league is not doing well, or it's not where it's supposed to be. But then if you're doing well, you will play for a top team in the top leagues. And as long as I'm concerned, there are 5 top leagues in the world: Germany, England, Italy, France, so is even, and Spain. So if you're not,
Minus England.
yeah, no, you can't rule out. My England is always there. So for me, Modric, where does he play? Real Madrid, the best club in the world, championship, winning Champions League back to back, and all. So for me, these are the best that Croatia have to offer, and that is what I always tell people, especially because I also try to like work amidst grassroots footballers and all that stuff. And most times when you call them, how far, which is going on and all that, so they say, the coach don't like me, and I say it's not possible. No coach will want to go to a competition or a match wanting to lose or not to carry his best leg. That is how it is. So for me, I think it's just a matter of the what the coach is looking for. He sees it in these players, mind you, and these players have been tried and they have actually delivered. So you don't change a winning team, because when you change it, you disrupt the whole process, the whole structure, and all that. So for me, if you watch today's game, you will see that in the second half, he brought in the next generation. These are the players that will definitely take over from this other older players. So for me, I think they have a process. It's not like us here in Africa that
They just gradually integrate
yeah,
it.
you just don't wake up. Yeah, they integrate people. They bring you little by little. They bring you in. If you can fit in, you stay. If you cannot fit in, you move. So everybody mustn't play the national team. That is just how it is.
Oh, wow, sir, you've really spoken well. Okay, for the last one, and which player impressed you past today? Who is your man of the match? Your own man of the match?
Well, for me, I was kind of like very, very impressed. I could not single out a single player, because for the Spanish team, because my man of the match will come from the Spanish team. The Spanish team actually played as a team. They complemented each other. You understand? So like that, that is what we know Croatia to be. But today it didn't work out for them. So you see the defenders, and everybody defending very well. Cucurella was everywhere, blocking balls, supporting the attack,
I
and
would
everything.
even call Cucurella.
So then when you go back, starting from the goalpost, you understand, he actually made a save. So who are you going to? So Spain was up there. Everybody actually delivered. But then I think my best players today, despite the 3-0 score line, I want to also go for the goalkeeper for his penalty save. I like to go for the Cucurella, because supporting the attack, made a fantastic blocks, and did a whole lot of things. I'll talk about Rodri. He was everywhere, covering every blade of grass and all that. So for me, I think the highest point for me, let me just say Cucurella, because there was actually it was everywhere, and then they actually ended the game. They didn't concede a goal. You understand? So the clean sheet was very, very
And
important.
he saved
One important, not just one block and one important goal. So for me, I just want to like say, okay, Cucurella impressed me so much. I was impressed with Cucurella.
Wow, wow. Thank you, sir. Thank you for stopping by.